Hello, fearful flyers, and welcome to a 4th of July holiday special flight where I am going to be flying from Little Rock Clinton National Airport over to LaGuardia in New York City. And after making it through security, I'm going to show you guys the walk over to Gate 1. And here we are at Gate 1 at Clinton Airport. Scheduled departure time this morning is 6:01 a.m. and we are scheduled to touch down around 9:24 a.m., so around 2 hours and 17 minutes. Here is the 5-year-old Embraer E175LR that's going to be taking us over to DC. This flight is operated by Envoy Air. Boarding in Group 5 this morning, and I have a Starbucks with me, and it is time to board. Passing through the flight, and I am back in economy. I'm going to be sitting back in seat 10A, so the window seat. Not too bad, pretty standard leg room with some seat recline. There is a power outlet at these seats and the standard tray table. Really nothing too exciting here, just something to get me over to DC. I read online that on the 4th of July air travel dips by about 70%, but this flight was completely full going over to DC. And as you can see, we are one of the first ones to head out this morning. All these other planes that are still sitting here ready to take off, like our flights to Denver, Houston, and St. Louis. So, I know what you're thinking. How come you're not taking the direct over to New York City? Why are you connecting? Did you get a good deal on the flight? Was it cheaper? Nope. I originally booked this flight to New York City on the direct that we have. Fairly shortly after I booked this flight, they just straight up canceled it. This wasn't like a recent thing. This was like a month ago that they canceled this flight. So now I have this connection in DC where I did choose the 31-minute layover that I have today because there's so many other flights that go to LaGuardia from DC each day. So I figured it's fine, might as well just chance it. And then if I miss it, then I will get on the one that I would have maybe chosen anyways. And there was a nice sunrise this morning, and you can see the view of Clinton National Airport here as we are turning east to head over to DC. Feeling a little bit anxious this morning already because the night before, whenever I have these 6 a.m. flights, I really don't ever go to bed any earlier. So I'm going off about, like 4 hours of sleep here right now. So a little bit already on the sleep deprived, anxious end, which is okay. Maybe after this coffee will wake me up a little bit and hopefully the flight's smooth. And before long, we are up in the air, cruising. The sun had come up. It was a nice day out and relatively smooth. I did get up to go to the bathroom once, and these bathrooms on the E175LRs are not too bad. But because of my height, I am a little cramped, but in general, like the width of it is actually pretty nice. Before long, we were going over the Washington Monument, descending down into DC. This is where I was getting a little bit stressed. Am I going to make it? The people next to me were actually also going to LaGuardia, and so we were all kind of talking about whether we thought we were going to make it or not. It seems like maybe we had some sort of descent to kill some time or something. You can see here in the radar in the aftermath, we were kind of zigzagging a little bit before we were descending down into it. You think we're going, okay, we're going, we're turning again. And okay, so we're going to just turn down here. Okay, now we're going to descend down here. And actually, we're doing a go around. And now we're going back. And just thinking about these turns and that last minute kind of go around, getting a little stressed because it's 9:22, 38 minutes until departure here in DC. So, am I going to make it? I am in row 10, so I'm not too far back. I'm not at the end of the plane where I definitely would miss it, but I'm really going to need to rely on the people in front of me to really get going so we can go. Hopefully, we don't spend too much time on the tarmac and really just go straight to the gate. I don't have a gate-checked bag, so I really can just get my carry-on and run. We landed at 9:24 a.m., so 36 minutes until the scheduled departure of the next flight over to New York City. Okay, so it took about 12 minutes to get to the gate and everybody else to head out. So we only have 24 minutes until departure here. So I'm going to get my bag off of here. This is the moment. Am I going to make it? I have not ever missed a connection in my life, actually. So this would be the first time if I'm going to do it. I know we joke about people that run through the airport. I'm not going to do that, but I will kind of have a pep in my step and try and walk fast. So going from terminal A to C took me about 6 minutes, so it's 17 minutes until departure, going up to the gate up here. Oh, John Cena's hosting Shark Week. 16 minutes until, okay, there's still a line over here. Is this my flight or the one next to me? Okay, pretty soon it's gonna be 15 minutes until I'm gonna cut through this line right here. And this isn't a good sign. Is that a gate agent leaving? It's 15 minutes till departure, but yep, you guessed it. The flight is closed. I am missing my first connection ever. And there it is, the plane I'm supposed to be on. Good for them though. They're gonna touch down a couple minutes early in New York City. I got some Wow Bao for a snack. I didn't do too much research about what I could eat here because I didn't think I was gonna have to, but only an hour until, and I was on this next flight over to LaGuardia. So instead of leaving at 10 a.m., I'm leaving at 12 p.m. This is flight AA 2922, and this is a 45-minute flight from DCA to LGA. During boarding, I got a peek in there of our pilots that are going to be taking us up to New York City. And today we are on a 19-year-old Airbus A319-132. This plane is owned and operated by American Airlines, and I am going to be sitting in seat 9D. So this is the aisle seat here. Compared to my last flight, this is actually a pretty spacious seat. I feel like I don't get to fly on an Airbus aircraft very often, so this is pretty cool. At this point, I was feeling a little bit tired, starting to crash a little bit. Kind of felt some anxiety coming on right here. Wasn't feeling too good, just wanted to relax, but I can't relax because I'm feeling tired but wired. So we're taking off. And most of this flight, I was feeling not too good. I was not vibing. I started to get those anxious thoughts of, do I feel okay? Do I feel normal? Am I gonna pass out in front of everybody here? Maybe I should just drink some water continuously, and that'll make me feel better. And it kinda did. And before I knew it, we were descending over Manhattan. So that's it. I ended up missing my very first connection ever, but luckily was just put on the next flight and it was all good. Generally, felt kind of anxious, but it wasn't even necessarily the whole misconnection thing or the anxiety around it. It was just generally how I felt, which was pretty tired, fatigued. But I was excited about the trip and started to feel better once I got in there. Thanks everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.